Michael and Holly, thank you for your report this morning and updates about what's going on with marketing and analytics. I have a few questions that have been on my mind. Rather than send a long email, I think I'll just ask a few of them. Trying to understand a few things. Is there a way to keep, first of all, just kind of an overview of what you want sales to do in terms of keeping track of customers and profitability? There's a few things set up in our system. I don't Seems like some of them are inaccurate or missing components. And I don't know if there's a uniform way that we're supposed to be using the information. For example, we have categories in NetSuite, but some of them are redundant, and some of them are maybe out of date, and some of them are, there's not a way to mark more than one. So often a customer comes to us through more than one means, not just one, and so it'd be helpful to be able to emphasize really how they found us, or also have a place for narrative notes so that we can get a more of a narrative picture of what's happening with our most profitable customers, how they find us. The ones that I'm looking at as most profitable are ones that are OEM manufacturing type customers who are doing ongoing using our parts on a long-term basis. That's one of the most profitable types. The other might be a large company that's distributing some of our products or glass mag products, or maybe even purchasing, but mostly just distributing. One of the things I'm wondering about, is there a way to keep track of contacts versus like the individual rather than just the customer? Right now, for instance, Apple made an order yesterday for $4,000. It was an internal referral. The facilities manager in Culver City, who I'd never spoken to before, called to make an order because the 8th floor production team that I've been working with for months, and over a year actually, some of them, showed him some of our products, and he thought, I'll just buy it for the whole facility. So that's an important aspect of our marketing that is internal. Maybe it's not as relevant to you, but another related question then would be, is there a way to see the chain of sales profitability? For instance, I have some fairly low profit customers who have referred me to very high profit customers. So giving good, so we might have made one of those customers through a Google ad. Yeah, they only purchase $1,000 a year. It doesn't look like it was a good ROI. But if we were able to trace the referrals from that customer, internal or external referrals, we would understand the profitability a lot better. I don't know if there's an easy way to keep track of that or trace that. What else did I want to ask? I noticed this last week, one of my customers was referred through there's a custom magnet form. I don't see a way in our system to indicate that, so I just marked it as a website referral, but it would be more useful to know that that was someone who filled out that specific form, and maybe once we see those profitable companies coming from that form, we can make the form more prominent or put it out in some of our marketing materials, offer people, here, do you want a free consult? Here's, where you can fill it out. I don't know. Let's see. Some of my contacts in profitable business comes from information I get from Hoovers and LinkedIn. And so there is a way to mark that in our system, but since you can't mark more than one, I usually just put cold call. So we're not really capturing that, the profit, maybe if LinkedIn and Hoovers cost us $5,000 a year, what's our ROI for that? We need to, figure that out maybe, but maybe it's been determined it already is good ROI, but I think those are my main questions. I have a written version of this, but it's more cumbersome. So I will just send this in a video form for now. Thanks. And by the way, I'm really not looking. Oh, here's one more key question. This last week I had last few weeks I've got a new customer that is about to place maybe $140,000 order, so to make them one of my top 10 customers. I don't know for sure how they contacted us, because the man who I've been talking to, his boss told him to call us, and I don't know how his boss found us, so I'll try to find that out. But let's say that if that was, let's say, from the Google ads, they haven't placed a large order yet, but sometimes it'll take a month, a year, because they're still getting set up on terms. So to be able to really understand the profitability of the Google AdWords, I think we'll probably need to find a way to track the long-term profitability. Same with the trade shows. people have, for instance, I've heard it said anecdotally that the hardware show wasn't very profitable, but one of my top 10 customers, I'm pretty sure, came from the National Hardware Show, and that one customer alone could have paid for several years. So yeah, that's Hardware Specialties is the name of the company. So there's things like that that I don't, on a gut level, I think some of the marketing things we're doing are more profitable than we realize, but we're not able to capture that information in an analytical way and then evaluate it with real numbers, because we don't have a clear enough way to do that. I know you're already working on that, but I just thought I'd give a little bit of specific input. Yeah, I think that's all. Thanks.